So, what I have here, folks, is I have a pair of brand new boots. And with brand new boots, you have to do the first shine. And that first shine is very, very important. Now, this is the reason why in the service, I just give you an idea. These are brand new. This is my old one. Do you see the difference? Do you see the difference in the shine? Okay? Do you see the difference? This one, you can tell from looking at it that it's got dings and cracks and nicks in the polish. This one doesn't. Okay? Now, the reason why when you first get your boots, the reason why you want to make sure that you put a very good shine on the boots is because you are not just conditioning the leather, but you're also improving the waterproofing on the leather, and you're preserving the leather from the salt which comes off of your feet. Now what I do is I take my polish, you see here, I take my polish, I put it on very liberally, and I let it sit for a bit. You see that one imperfection right there? Okay? Now, if you let your polish sit for a bit, the leather will literally soak the polish in, and you'll be able to see little imperfections in the leather like that, and you'll be able to correct those issues when you first get your boots. Now, if you don't do this, if you do not take your leather boots and shine them when you first get them and you put them up in storage, the leather on your boots is going to rot. You need to do this if you are storing boots away long term. That's basically what I'm doing here. Is I've received a couple pairs of boots that I ordered, and I'm putting a good spit shine on them before they go back up in the closet. This helps to preserve the leather and prevents them from rotting in the box on your shelf. Because there's nothing worse than opening up a box of what you think is brand new boots, and you go to pull them on, and the threading on the boots is coming apart. That's because the leather itself has no protection, and it is starting to rot. Okay? So anytime you receive new boots that are leather, now not patent leather, but actual leather, you need to condition the boot. And some people say to stick them in the oven with the polish on them. That's an old way of doing it. I don't do it that way. I do it this way. I just put the polish on, let the polish sit for about 30 minutes, and then come back with my horsehair brush and brush them down real good. And then I've got my polishing rag, and I just buff them a little bit more, and then I'll do another, once I get a good shine going, I'll do another layer, light layer of polish, and buff it out just with the horsehair brush, and then they'll be done. But you want to do this if you get leather boots. Now, a lot of the newer boots are suede leather. Please be aware that there's a difference in the boot, okay? If you have patent leather boots, you don't want to put polish on them, because patent leather is actually polyester leather and is not real, genuine leather. Okay, so the polish is not going to do anything. It's literally going to cause the boot to crack. If you have suede leather, that leather is made to breathe, and the way it's made, the processes that it goes through when it's made, is not made to have polish put on it. These boots are made to be polished. These are like your combat boots, except these are steel-toed. And they are made specifically to be polished. So if you have boots that you bought that are supposed to be polished and you don't polish them and you just stick them in the box and stick them on the shelf and think, well, you know, I've got my boots for whenever. No, they will literally rot on you in the box, because a lot of times these are made from the cheapest leather they can find, which would be cow leather. And if cow leather is not sealed against the elements, even though it's in a box on the shelf, it can rot. Just because it's just economically, it's just made cheaper than what the old boots back in the day used to be made. So, yeah, new boots, you need to do this, okay? And that's what I'm doing this morning, and I just thought I'd share this as a little tip to help you keep your feet in good shape, because these boots right here, I've worn these for a little over a year and a half every day, in and out of wet grass, in and out of mud, debris, and my feet stay dry because I conditioned them correctly. So that's what you want to do. If you get new boots, you need to condition them, even the edge of the sole here. So even the edge of the sole right here, I'm polishing and putting a layer of polish on to soak into that rubber there. So that helps this threading, where the boot is threaded right onto the rubber sole. It helps protect that threading. Okay? So the leather itself has already soaked up a lot of the polish that I put on it. And I could probably sit here and use a whole can of polish on this one or two boots. Okay, but you don't want to do that. You just want to put a good polish on it. You know, just get a decent polish going on it. And you want to make sure that you go all the way around, right in these little crevices right here, with the polish. Because if you don't get all these little crevices right in here, and on these threading right here, these threads will come loose. And you know, these all these little threadings right here, if they're not covered up with polish and protected, they will literally come apart on you. And then you'll be mad because you spent so much money on these boots. And you can see here, see how there's a little divot right there? I don't know if you can tell that, but I can see that right there. That right there, if I don't get the polish into that little section right there, that right there can cause water to soak through the leather. And in a humid environment like where I live, it'll literally suck the water out of the air into the leather, and next thing you know is you got mold set up inside the boot, and then the next thing you know is the boot is rotting. And it doesn't take long at all for it to do that. So that's what I have for you today, and I can't believe I just spent 9 minutes talking about how to shine a pair of boots and why you need to do it. But there you go. Bicycle.